Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Allie. So I come to you with another video, and this one's gonna be how I do my braid and curl. So the products that I use is my Eco Styler gel, as well as my favorite moisturizer, and this one's the olive oil moisturizer by ORS. Green tea and shea butter oil, as well as the spray bottle, some flexi rods, and you can also use either a wide tooth comb or a rat tail comb. I preferably use a wide tooth comb. So now all I'm really doing is just taking my hair down, and I'm doing this style on a old braid out that's stretched out. I twist my hair right before bed. You know, if I'm feeling a little lazy, sometimes I will re-braid it. But if I'm feeling a little lazy, I'll usually just put it in twists. So I'm just going to grab some of my oil, and I'm going to oil my scalp. And this is just to prep my scalp for the products that I'm going to be using. And I'll just do a little massage, and I'll just let that soak in for a bit. I also like to grab some of that oil and just apply it to my ends, because it is the oldest hair on our heads, so we have to treat our ends all the time. So now all I'm going to do is just brush out my hair with my wide tooth comb to get any knots or kinks that I feel. But other than that, I had already detangled the night before. So next up, I'm just going to define my part, and I'm going to be doing this braid and curl with a mid part, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to elongate that part all the way down to the back of my head. And your part doesn't have to be necessarily perfect. This is just the way that I like to do it, especially if I'm really trying to get a nice defined style for the day, you know, something that'll last me long. So the next thing that I do is just I grab a goodie band, and I'm going to grab one side out of the way so that I can part my hair and start working on one side. So I like to do my cornrow braids. So basically all I do is I just part it at a diagonal. It's a lot easier for me to just see what I'm doing. And like I said before, your parts don't have to be perfect. You can honestly do this as sloppily as you want, or as neat as you want. And I'm just going to pin that small section off to the side and get to that one braid. And you'll see me go back in with oil just to get rid of any dry areas that I see. And yeah. So next up, what you're going to do is you're going to grab your spray bottle, and I don't wet my hair. You don't want your hair soaking wet. You just want it lightly damp. So I'll just do a couple of spritz, and then I'll just work that moisture in. Once I've worked that moisture in, I then go ahead and I grab my moisturizer, and I grab literally a little bit. It's not much, so I'll grab that much, and I'll go ahead and I'll work that in, starting from the ends of my hair all the way up to the root. And then I'll just grab a little more and I'll apply it to my ends. Once I feel that I've worked that in, I then go ahead and I grab my Eco Styler gel, and I grab a little bit, because a little goes a long way, and I then also work that right on top of the moisturizer. This is going to help with definition. just like to run my wide tooth comb through it once more just to get rid of any tangles, and I go ahead and I start braiding. And I like to braid really tight because I feel this gives me a lot more definition, and it just helps the style last a lot longer. Usually when I braid extremely tight, this style will last me up to 3 to 4 days to even a whole week, as long as I just pineapple and keep refreshing my hair. Now, when I get closer to the ends of my hair, I will grab a little more moisturizer and apply that in if I feel like my hair is getting a bit dry. And this just really helps as well with definition and just keeping your hair moisturized, because we don't want to be walking around with, any dry hair. You can't have that. So I'll leave about an inch or so of hair out. I don't braid all the way to the ends. I used to, but then I noticed that my ends always look straight. So I'll leave about that much out, and what I'll do is I'll just grab a little bit more of my Eco Styler gel and I'll apply that to my ends, and that just helps with getting a lot more of a curl definition. And I just grab my flexi rod, as you see me doing here, and I'm just curling upwards towards my face. I'm going to curl that all the way up to the very root, and you're just going to lock and secure it in place. So once you feel that it's secure, you're pretty much done. If it feels a little loose, then you go ahead and take it down and redo it. But once it's secure, I just move on, and now you're just going to repeat this whole process throughout your whole entire head. whole entire head is done, I just apply my satin scarf and I go to bed. The next morning, your hair should be completely dry. If it's not, then I suggest that you let it just sit for a little longer until it is completely dry, because you don't want your hair to get frizzy. You don't want your curls to be a total waste and not have them as defined as you want them. So I suggest just letting them sit for a little longer. So I just grab a little bit more oil and I like to press that into the braids just to kind of let it soak in. And then once I've done that, I can just go ahead and start taking down my hair. So once you're done with all your fluffing, you should have soft and bouncy. When I say bouncy curls, I'm talking about my hair was so soft and just so fluffy after I took them down, and I absolutely loved it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and will be watching again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.